Okay.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
And I am Chase.
and you're watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Uh, Chase, more albums for us to talk about.
Yeah.
And why don't we get right into it? What's our new album that we are discussing today?
The new album that we are discussing today is Witching Hour, Descending, where time has ceased to exist. That is a sentence.
Wow.
Uh, Released on May 22nd on Dying Victims Productions. This is Witching Hour's fourth full-length studio release, and this is some adventurous German heavy metal, speed metal hybrid. Holy gods, this sounds like, remember Low Resistance? Low Resistance with Skeleton Witch. Like they got into a collided, and we got this awesome fucking
Uh,
album.
you mean are you talking about the French thrash band Resistance? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes,
Oh yeah, those guys were
yes.
great. One album wonder, but they were wonderful. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So yes, German. These guys have been around for 20 years. Only four albums in that time, plus an EP that's almost a full length.
yeah.
That should be noted. But okay, so but this is, I think, their first album in 7 years. I feel like I had heard them before, but I did go back and check out their previous record, and I thought that was really good. Yeah, this is amazing stuff, and I feel like I have to approach this review a little differently, and you'll see what I mean as we proceed. But like, to call these guys like a blackened speed metal band would be really selling them short. That's there,
Yes.
but this is like these guys sound like, what if Hellhammer was also Merciful Fate, right?
Okay, okay.
But also, but also, there's all these elements, these touches of like this somber, haunting shit that makes me think of stuff like My Dying Bride or Moonspell, even. Like
Okay.
it's not overwhelming, but it's those elements are there, and but what we get is a really like it's a spooky heavy metal thing, and like I hear the German sound in it, but if you had told me these guys were Danish or Swedish, I would totally believed you. Does
Oh
that make
yeah,
sense?
definitely.
Because I
Yeah,
hear
no, I hear you.
a lot of '80s like traditional Swedish heavy metal is present here in this sound, and I feel like the Danes kind of have a similar quality. So that's where I'm going with that. But like, wow, and like long songs. It's
Yeah,
like there's an instrumental, a beautiful piano opener, and then like five songs, but they're long. I don't think there's anything
yeah,
shorter than 6 minutes. Um, uh, yeah, but this is amazing. I mean, there was so much like texture and like beautiful melodies for me to hear. I'm gonna say haunting again, but like this is a really special act. I feel like I've done myself a disservice by sleeping on these guys for so long. Um,
ditto.
uh, but wow, please take the ball. Yeah,
I agree 100% with the haunting description. There's something, and just there's something special about this. Like I already said what I thought that they sounded like, but it's more this album. It's vibes. It's a journey. It's
yeah,
dark fantasy minus the cheesy power metal sort of aspect to it. It's like this
yeah,
album feels like it should come with a cloak and a torch and a map to a hidden temple that contains forbidden knowledge or something. You
yeah.
know?
And yet it's a different vibe than say something that gives off a Lovecraft feel, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's not that. But it's uh, but close. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but I just feel like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna have to come back to this because there's so much to digest here. This is so like I'm still processing this, and
yeah.
we typically get into like song highlights, and I can't really do that with this because I feel like every note and all of these songs, it's like they're each just movements within a single piece of art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me
I,
to
on the
break
other
it
hand,
down like
can
that.
tell you
Oh, go ahead.
I can actually tell you what my favorite track is. There's only five proper tracks on there, not counting the intro. So I'll say that my favorite track is "The Grave Yearns for the Dead." It's 7 minutes of avoiding being swallowed by the earth while being chased by something innameable.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
maybe it is a little Lovecraftian, but again, I was getting a different kind of something from it. Like not a
Yeah.
King Diamond vibe either. Something that sits between those things that's totally different. Do you know what I'm saying?
Uh, yeah, I do. But also, I will say this: this is why you listen to things like a bunch. You don't just go off your first impressions.
Yeah.
My first impression of this, the vocalist actually killed it for me. I'm I
Okay,
am not a
yeah.
fan. But that was the first. I must have been in a bad mood. I don't know what my issue was, but every time since then, I'm like, I fucking love these vocals. So it's an interesting choice. He doesn't sing or growl or anything like that. It's more like he's lost in a spiritual fervor and is just shouting out what the divine is showing him. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
The vocals are very unique, and I feel like yeah, you may not love them on first listen, but it's like a howl, like this ethereal uh, moan, like again, like a spirit like trapped in the Phantom Zone or something, or some
Yeah.
whatever, or uh, but yeah, man. And I know I said I compared them to Merciful Fate in the opening. When I said not like King Diamond, I mean like Merciful Fate and King Diamond are two different entities. Okay, like
Oh, of course, of course.
okay, and but King Diamond solo stuff, it's like it's this ghost story shit, but this is kind of like that, but not, and that's what I mean. So I want to clarify because I don't know.
I
Uh,
gotcha.
but yeah, this is amazing. I want to go back and dig up the rest of their back catalog. There's only one of their other albums are on Apple Music, but so I'll have to do some digging for the rest of the stuff. But this is, wow, Witching Hour. This is amazing. And I think maybe when I'm revisiting stuff at the end of the year to see like what's in the top 10, this could be in there.
Oh no, yeah, we're definitely at the point where it's going to take some like shuffling around, but this will be a strong contender for the top 10. Uh, I had a ton of fun with it on walks and just chilling with Cole the Conqueror or raiding crypts in Morrowind. It's good for what ails you. I love it.
Yeah, right on. Well, I dig that. That's cool, man. Yeah, so I mean, Witching Hour. Whew, this is amazing, folks. Go check this album out. Hell yeah. Descending. What's the
These
full
do.
title? What's the full title?
Oh God. Okay. Sorry. Descending where time has ceased to exist. There we go.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, check this out, folks. This is really something special. Um, yeah. Chase,
Yeah.
if we're good here, why don't we move on
Yeah.
to Chase's classic album? And what do we have this week or this time? Oh my goodness.
We have a doozy. Let me tell you. We got Slayer. Hell Awaits, released April 8th, 1985 on Metal Blade Records. This is Slayer's second full-length studio release. And boy, oh boy, man, I can't say there are many bands out there where their sophomore album is considered their jewel, their crown jewel. But if there's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be fucking Slayer, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah, and yeah, fucking Slayer. Okay, we got to do it. Like okay. So and recently, I think Metal Blade released a 40th anniversary edition of Hello Eights with the bonus disc is a full show from Bochum, Germany in 1985. All 7 tracks on Hello Eights and all 4 tracks on Haunting the Chapel are included in that set list, plus stuff from Show No Mercy. Um,
nice.
and I feel like I'd listen to it and I'm like, I feel like I've heard this before. I feel like that show was a widely circulated bootleg for a long time. But
Uh,
it's nice. Hey, I can't complain. It was cool to go and revisit that. But although it's 41 years after this came out, but you know how it is sometimes. Uh, but let me tell you, dude. Yeah. I mean, what can we say about Slayer? I mean, you saw Slayer a couple times.
couple times, yeah.
Okay,
I'd
and
say 3 times, yeah.
3 times. Okay, I saw Slayer 13 times, I think. Um, Bunch of times with Jeff and Dave, bunch of times without, but Slayer. Okay, and only a couple of these songs on this album were played. I have seen live that I can think of. I don't believe. I'll just go through it. I mean, title track "Hell Awaits" definitely one that they play sometimes. Okay, uh, not like not guaranteed to be in the set like Black Magic or something. From the
Yeah.
from the Metal Blade days, but often. Okay, But less common, At Dawn They Sleep, which I did see Slayer play like my second or third time I saw them, and we just about shit. We couldn't believe it. It was really exciting. Um, but um, but yeah, this album. It's funny because on a lot of the old bootlegs, Necrophiliac is one that stays in the set list for a long time. And I think that was one. Uh, uh, it, that show that's is the bonus, on the 40th anniversary edition. That is a treat because a lot of these ended up being live rarities, and they played the whole record in that show. Out of order, totally in just a random sequence, and other stuff smattered in, and I think that's great. But yeah, title track, Hell Awaits, rules. Kill Again is another great one, ferocious. I love that Bill Matoyer produces again, and I love the drum sound on this. Like Dave just sounds so rad. Maybe it's not perfect, but it sounds. I just love the way it comes across. It's great. Yeah, At Dawn They Sleep is easily my favorite song from this album. Love it. There are not enough vampire songs that aren't boring goth shit. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Um, like, yeah. Put away your puffy shirt and bring out the plague rats, please. Like that's the kind of vampire song I want. Um, but um, but yeah, Praise of Death is rad. Necrophiliac, like gross, but like that song in particular, but this album as a whole is just like it's a foretelling of death metal. You know what I mean? Like this is the album that's
Oh,
like,
sure.
oh,
Yeah.
we are almost there. And I think I want to say Seven Churches by Possessed comes out later this year, and then it's not long before we get Scream Bloody Gore and the first Necrophagia album, and then the balls really starts rolling, and that really becomes its own genre. Um, um, but I mean, yeah, I mean, this album is kind of like the proto death metal sound, and like a lot of that tremolo picking stuff is really important, especially the
Yeah.
early death metal sound. Um, and yeah, this is just a rager, dude. This is just like this album is such a gimme. Like, oh, what do we say? How do we really dissect and analyze Slayer, Hell Awaits? I mean, it's just like, mwah, you know.
That
Um,
was my problem with this. I was like, what am I going to write that no one? Hey, if you're a Slayer fan, you've already listened to all this. You already know that it's awesome. I can't really polish this anymore. It's already blinding me. So good God. But I mean, yeah, okay. This is like total like 80s, 90s mom kryptonite. Like everything about this. I know the word iconic gets thrown around a lot, but this album. Okay, and track highlights for me, I would say would be Kill Again, At Dawn They Sleep, and Crypts of Eternity. Oh, dude.
yeah, amazing
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's
I,
incredible.
I would I would also say Necrophiliac is in there, but like anything that probably put a spark in Chris Barnes' eye to start Cannibal Corpse is probably a good song.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I mean, like, and I think that's a pretty like early and kind of repulsive like subject to like was anybody did a song about that before 1985? I don't know. Um, yeah. Um, okay, so I mean, wow, Slayer, Hell Awaits. It is a just like this is a gimme. This is a major milestone in thrash metal, and a highlight of their career for sure. Horns Way Up, of course. Um, and yeah. So why don't we just get into the upcoming shows and then we'll wrap, okay? Um,
Sure, man.
okay, so coming up, it's not really a show, but um, Saturday, May 30th at Dots Cafe. It's the Portland Metal Swap Meet. That's 3 to 6 p.m. It's an all ages event. Get, records, posters, patches, CDs, cassettes, what have you. And a great little event to get together with our local metal community. It's put together every 2 or 3 months by Dylan Laviolette of Headsplit Records, and it's a really cool event. Let's see. Coming up on, was it June 5th? It's the Archspire Long Roads Big Loads Tour. So Archspire and guests, you're going to that, right?
Gonna try to, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, hit that up. That's gonna be at the Roseland Theater. Let's see. Death Angel. will be at the Hawthorne Theater on June 16th, with support from fellow Bay Area Thrashers Violence as well as Insight. That's going to be great, man.
Yeah.
I know you're excited about that. Let's see, June 19th at the Twilight. This is 21 and over. Lividity with Torture Rack, Hemorrhoid, and a couple other bands. Yeah, that's a big old death metal show. Hit that up if you wanna. Uh, Here's going to be a great one. I'm sad I have to miss it. Solicitor, Grave Ripper, and Soul Grinder are playing at the High Watermark Friday, June 26th. Be there or be a guy who has to work that night. Yeah, just a great night of speed metal. Holy shit, that's going to be awesome. Um, and then I want to remind folks about the Soldiers of Steel Festival happening this August 13th through the 16th in Seattle, Washington at the substation. That is going to be, yeah, with headliners such as Sanctuary, Liege Lord, Sacred Blade, Hell Witch, Saint, and the Accused AD, plus tons and tons more. Go to soldiersofsteel.com and get your tickets now. It's going to be a dope time, folks. But yes, I think that will be the show for today. Chase, hit us with the sign off, if you please.
Sure thing, man. Thanks for watching Heavy Metal Breakdown. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, no one should fly where eagles dare.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night.